guys, welcome to my channel. Hope everybody is doing absolutely fine. So here I am with new video with a new concept, which is animal tissue classification. So in this video we are going to see about the major classification of animal tissues, and also we will see the subcategories which are coming under these major classification. So watch this video till end because I am going to give you the tricks and some learning logics to remember the classifications which comes under these animal tissues. So before starting with the classification, I would like to give a brief idea about how tissues are formed and with the tissues what is going to develop. So everything starts from the development of cell. So how tissues are formed? They are formed of specific type of cell. So specific type of cells when they unite, suppose this is one type of cells and other specific type of cells. So when these cells are uniting or making collaborations with each other, so they form a tissue. And here I am using term specific cells. So specific cells means in a complex living organisms, the complex body systems have complex tissues. So body is assigned with different functions, or specific cells are having or allotted with specific type of functions. So here specific cells will form tissues, and specific type of tissues will further form organ or organ system. So we can see that everything started with the cell. So when cells are collaborating, they are forming tissues, and from tissues the organ systems are formed. So basically this thing is happening in a complex living organism. And we are going to talk about the classifications of these tissues. So there are four major tissues. And these tissues are: number one, epithelial tissue; next is connective tissue; third one is muscle tissue; and fourth type is neural tissue. So here we can see that major four classified tissues are specified with different functions. So like epithelial is having secretion, absorption and protection type of function. They have been secretion, absorption and protection, and they can be found on both outer and inner lining of the bodies. Next is the connective tissues. So basically connective tissues are also having a major role, like they are helping forming link between the tissues or tissues of different type also. Next is the muscle tissue. So they mainly help in locomotion or in making coordinations. Like in the pattern of movement, we say when our muscle relax, they are getting increased in size. And when it contracts, it gets shorter. So these type of coordination and for locomotion, muscle tissues are responsible. Next is the neural tissues. So neural tissues basically work on the stimulation of electrical impulse. So we will see here one by one the subcategories of each major categories. So now here I am going to give you the mnemonics for these major tissues. So major tissues are epithelial, connective, muscles and nerves. And from the initial letter of these tissues names, I will be making a mnemonic. So for E, I made it eat. For C, I made it cake. For M, I made it Monday. N, I made it night. So the trick here is to remember the major tissues is eat, cake, Monday, night. Next, we will see here the functions of these tissues, some major functions. So for epithelial tissues, we can see here the secretion, absorption and protection is the main function for epithelial tissues. Here you can remember it with the initial letter that SAP, which makes the letter SAP. So SAP is the word by which you can remember. Next is connective tissue. So connective tissue itself says that something which is connecting or which is forming link. So this is how you can remember connective tissues. For muscle tissues, so M for muscles, M for movement. So muscle tissues are basically, they are helping in locomotion. So locomotion is a synonym for movement. So you can use M for muscle, M for movement. Next is the neural tissues. So here you have to remember that nerves are associated with the stimulation and inhibition of electrical impulse. So this is the trick for major classifications of animal tissues. Now we will see the subcategories of tissues. So let's start with the epithelial tissues and we will see subcategories under epithelial tissue. So epithelial tissues are classified or subclassified under simple and compound tissues. So basically simple tissues are having functions like secretion and absorption. They have functions secretion and absorption. And the compound tissues are mainly having role for protection. Protection from chemical and mechanical stress. Simple epithelial tissues are classified on the basis of their structure and on the basis of glandular epithelium. So basically glandular epithelium are specialized columnar and cuboidal tissues. And structural modifications are like they are of 4 subcategories, and these subcategories are squamous, cuboidal, columnar and ciliated. So we can see here that the simple epithelium, which is a subcategory of epithelial tissues, are further classified under structural modification and glandular epithelium. So here glandular epithelium are basically specialized columnar and cuboidal tissues, and they are also of 2 types, which is unicellular, or we call them isolated cells. And another one is multicellular, which forms clusters of cells. But both are having role for secretion. So simple tissues or simple epithelium tissues are having function for secretion and absorption, and we can see here there are of four types under structural modification. So for squamous epithelium, the structure of tissues are flat. So how we can remember this flat structure? By the name itself, like squamous, we know that squamous, we can also term it as squeezing something. So when we squeeze something, the surface or the body structure changes. Like if I squeeze a water bottle which is empty water bottle, then it turns into a flat structure. So somewhat like that we can remember the flat structure of these type of tissues. Next is the cuboidal tissues. So basically these kind of tissues are found in tubes and ducts. So in squamous epithelium, they are basically found in diffusion boundaries. Diffusion boundaries like air sac of lungs. Next is cuboidal, which are found in tubes and ducts. So we can remember it by the name itself, which is cube. So these type of cells or tissues are having cube-like structures. Next is columnar. These are basically tall and slender, and these are mainly found in stomach lining and intestine or small intestine. Ciliated, basically they help in transportation of any material like mucus. So basically they are found on cuboidal and columnar. So basically cilia are found over cuboidal and columnar tissues. So these are the structural modification of simple epithelial tissue, and we can see here that structural modification in glandular epithelium. So glandular epithelium are also specialized columnar and cuboidal tissues, which are further classified as unicellular and multicellular. So for unicellular, you can remember the example of goblet cells, which are found in alimentary canal, and for multicellular, you can remember salivary gland. So next we are going to see about connective tissues and see subcategories of connective tissues. So connective tissues are basically helping in formation of link between the tissues. So connective tissues are forming connections or links between tissues, and the major protein from which the fibers are secreted here are the collagen and elastin protein. So we will see here the sub-classification of these connective tissues, and they are loose connective tissues, dense connective tissues, and specialized connective tissues. So we will see here that under connective tissues there are two types of tissues which are loosely packed, and they are areolar connective tissues and the adipose tissues. And the major composition of these areolar tissues are fibroblast, collagen, mast cells. macrophages. So basically these areolar tissues are helping in supporting the framework of epithelial cells or epithelial tissues. Next are the adipose tissues. So basically these tissues are helping in fat storage. Next, we will talk about dense connective tissues. So basically in loosely connective tissues, the compositions are loosely packed. Now here we will see the dense connective tissues, and under this category, the subcategories are dense, regular type of connective tissues and dense, irregular. So the pattern of arrangement are different in the dense regular and dense irregular connective tissues. And under dense regular condition, tendons or tendons or ligaments are present. So these two type tendons and ligaments comes under dense regular category, and dense irregular category, these types of tissues are found beneath skin surface. Now the third category is the specialized category, and it is sub-classified into cartilage. So basically cartilage are formed of chondrocyte cells. Next is the bone, and bones are having major compositions of calcium, salt and fibers, and they are formed of osteocyte cells. So basically the cells which are responsible for forming bone tissues are the osteocyte cells, and these osteocyte cells are found in lacunae, which are the cavities in which these cells are present. And one more thing which have to be remembered here is bone marrow, which is the site for production of blood. And the third specialized tissue is known as blood. So basically bloods are those tissues which do not secrete this collagen and elastin protein or the fibers. So bloods are mainly helping in transportation, and they are known as major circulating fluid. Now next we will see about muscle tissues. Muscle tissues are having major composition of myofibril, and for locomotion we can see here the contraction and relaxation is the main mechanism. So here we are going to see the categories under muscle tissues, and they are skeletal muscles, smooth muscles and cardiac muscles. So under skeletal muscles, the tissues are longitudinally arranged, they are in a cylindrical form. In smooth muscles, they are of fusiform, and cardiac muscles are having fused like structure. For example, if I say this is cell 1 and this is cell 2, so from the plasma membrane of this cell and the plasma membrane of this cells will form a junction, and the junctions are formed at the plasma membrane. So whenever the signal will be received at this cell 1, this cell will itself get stimulated. Now here we will see about skeletal muscles, which are striated type, and they are mainly found in the tongues. And tongues having muscle fibers which are of striated tissues, and these striated tissues are enclosed in connective tissues. Similarly, in the walls of internal organs like blood vessels, stomach and intestine, here also we can see that the tissues are in sheet of connective tissues. So now we are going to see about neural tissues. So these neural tissues are formed of neuron cells and glial cells. So the two type of cells are having different functions, like neuron are helping in receiving the signals and they get excited. Next is a glial cell which are protecting these neuron cells. So the function of these neural tissues are that they help in stimulation and inhibition of signals from neuron to neuron cells which are at adjacent. So this is all from this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. You can also write your comment in the comment section and you can also follow me on my Instagram page.